Hi everyone, today I thought I would just quickly show you guys how I created the butterfly on this journal spread with multiple color inks, and I hope that you will give it a try. Thanks for watching. So I showed in a previous video how I created the background and did some stamping, and now I want to create a center piece for this spread. So I'm using a butterfly I've never used before, a gorgeous stamp from Paper Artsy. I think it's a Tracy Scott butterfly. And I'm going to use various archival inks to ink up my butterfly. Now, normally I don't ink up stamps like this because I prefer to take the ink to the stamp, but because I want just some kind of random rainbow effect, if you want to call it that, I don't really care that I'm getting the inks all over and that the butterfly is not inked up 100% and perfect, if that makes any sense. You'll see later when I use the StazOn, I'll do it differently. So I'm just cleaning my stamp there with some stamp cleaner in my scrubber. I love my scrubber. I've had it for 18 years. And I stamped on extra smooth Bristol paper just because it gives a very crisp impression. Now, there were some areas that I didn't ink up properly. That is because of the technique I used. And I'm just grabbing some of my markers here. That's just a Jelly Roll pen. It does have a little bit of a shimmer, and my Sakura pen there to just fill in the lines. I love having the colors available if I need to do something like that. And now I'm going to fussy cut the butterfly because I just want to get the kind of impression where it's going to be, position it, and then I'm going to stamp the butterfly again. You can see this is how I prefer to ink up a stamp, because you can see you get good coverage. And I have to press quite hard because the paper is, of course, a 300-gram watercolor. So you want to get a good impression. Now I'm going back with my scissors and I'm just doing a little bit more detailed cutting around the butterfly's outlines. I'm not a perfectionist when it comes to fussy cutting. Really, I'm not. There are people who can fussy cut so that it looks like it was cut with a CNC machine or a brother or a silhouette, but that is not me. I want to enjoy everything I do, and I know some people do enjoy fussy cutting, but you know, I just don't. Fussy cutting is not detailed cutting for me. Anyway, so now I'm going to blend a little bit with the same archival inks that I used. I'll make a little video about the ink pads I'm using at some stage. And I just want to color it in a little bit. And I thought about how I was going to do this. And then I just said to myself, it will be much easier to just blend it using a blending brush. Of course, archival inks are permanent. So you don't have to worry that you're going to smudge or move the ink around. I'm also just going around the edges just to cover those imperfections of my fussy cutting, because you know, it's not perfect, but I want the viewer or the person looking, or me, when I look at my journal, I want it to just look finished off. Now I'm just positioning it where I think I want it to be. I'm not going to show the whole process. This is just part of the long video, and I am positioning that die there because I think that's what I want to do with it later, put it on a wreath of stuff. And there's the finished result. So there'll be more upcoming videos in this series. Thanks for watching, and I really hope you will give this a try.